All right, Mixed Masta B here for MLB Radio, and on the phone lines I have adult film star and quite possibly the hugest New York Giants, football Giants fan that I know of, Miss Richelle Ryan. How are you?
I'm doing great. How are you?
Doing awesome. So, as I mentioned, adult film star, New York Giants fan. So we got a lot of different bases to cover tonight. So, first things first,
Absolutely.
we'll just jump right into this because a lot of fans they always want to know like how did you get started? Tell us a little bit about you. So like where are you originally from?
I'm originally from New York, born and raised in the beautiful state of New York. Hence why I'm a Giants fan. And then I got started in the business. I was working at a strip club and just kind of started getting into girls and just, I don't know, just being a total pervert and watching a lot of porn. And I don't know, I just got this bright idea. I was like, I'm going to move out to LA and get into the porn business. And so I sent a few of my promo pics to some of the top agents and stuff like that out in LA. And then next thing I know, they were like, you need to get your butt out here and start working. So I was planning my move and moving out to LA.
Now, how long have you actually been doing film?
6 years, a long time.
So you're like a veteran in the game now.
Kind of.
Did you lose count on how many movies you're doing? We always ask people when they come on, like, how many movies have you done? They're always like, oh, I lost count.
My fans and my agents do a pretty good job keeping me up to date. So I'm about up to 200 videos, and then I have tons of scenes out on like lots of the popular internet websites like Naughty America, Bang Bros, Brazzers, everybody's favorite.
Very awesome. Now we got a lot of questions from fans, and we're gonna try to answer a lot of them tonight. But so you also
Bring it on.
that you're also a New York Giants fan. So I mean, I guess it's kind of just born into it, being from New York, right?
Oh, absolutely. My whole family, Giants fans, grew up, my grandpa, like, he used to take me to games and stuff like that. I mean, I actually, my very first Giants game, it was the Giants and they were playing the Buffalo Bills. And I remember, of course, we went, it was dead winter and it was so cold. I remember wearing a snowmobile suit. First game, like I was like 9 or 10 years old going to this game in a full-on snowmobile suit to keep warm, like typical New York weather, but it was all in good fun. I don't know if I'd go to a game now wearing a snowmobile suit, but
Well, that's the question I want to ask now is how did you become like the Giants? Like, did you have a choice between Giants and Jets, or is like how does that work?
My dad, my grandpa, like all my uncles and all my cousins, like everybody was just a Giants fan. So it's kind of like, when you're growing up and, football in my family's house, I mean, it's like religion. Like, I mean, football is always on Sundays and, my mom and stuff like that, they'd always cook and, we'd make like a big event out of it. So it's kind of like when you see everybody's like cheering on the Giants and stuff, it's just kind of like, it almost kind of like falls in your lap. You're like, oh, okay, grow up, watching it and stuff. So.
So this past Sunday was Super Bowl 48, and Big Brother Peyton in there. What the hell happened?
God, man, I know, because of course I was pulling for Big Brother, hands down. Don't get me wrong, I love Eli, but we all know Peyton is, the better football player. But I don't know. I think he should have tapped out and threw Eli in there. At least when Eli gets in the Super Bowl, we fucking win it.
Well, see, when I saw the two interceptions, I thought Eli was probably already playing.
Yeah, it was, God, it was, you know what it was? It was just, Seattle was just solid, and Peyton, he was on ESPN saying that it was so loud that, they couldn't hear the plays, and supposedly Richard Sherman and them said that they figured out Peyton's play calls and his hand signals and stuff like that. I don't really know about that, but I just think Seattle just all around was just solid. Their defense, there was just so many screens. They were just solid all around. So, good for them. A lot of people that I know, everybody was just really disappointed because everybody wanted to see Peyton and, but I'm getting sick of hearing about that. He needs to retire.
Yeah, I was wondering like what was going to happen. He sounds like he still wants to come back, but he has like this
And you know,
clause,
and
right, with his
and
neck.
honestly, he should. You know, I mean, he had 60 touchdowns, you know, for the season and stuff like that. You know, and he made a good point. He's like, you know, I will retire when I don't have the passion anymore for, you know, the preparation and stuff. And you know, good for him for being like that. You know, he's still so passionate about it, and he's truly amazing, and he broke a lot of records, and good for him.
Now we got to talk about the New York Giants and the
Oh well, we have a lot of work
clusterfuck
to
of a
do.
season they had. Like you started out the
Oh,
season, what was it? 0-6?
yep, 0-6.
And you actually, bounced back in the end of the season, what, 7-9? So
Yeah, I mean, which the whole, you know, the NFC East was just, you know, a disaster in itself, you know, but it was just, God, it was just a rough season for us. But, you know, we have a lot of work to do, basically. Eli needs some weapons. I mean, all of our running backs were injured, and you know, Eli needs, like, you know, we need to draft a tight end, we need another wide receiver. You know, Andre Brown was out, you know, with a broken leg and stuff, which really hurt us because I think Andre Brown came back week week 12 or 13 or something like that, and he just came on like full force. Like, you never would have known that the guy like broke his leg. I mean, he was just pretty solid. So, but yeah, we need to do some work. So
yeah, and you got guys like Nix. Who knows what's going on with him? I felt like he shut down this season. Like he just kind of
Who?
just threw Hakeem Nicks. I feel like he just kind of.
Oh, you know, I love Hakeem Nicks. Like he's definitely one of my favorites. I love Hakeem Nicks, but you know, he was injured for a little bit and then came back and stuff. But it was just, I feel like the Giants, if we're out of sync, we're out of sync, and nothing is happening. Like, I just feel like that's just how we are.
All right, so
But we fired. Well, Kevin Gilbride retired. I think he did that to avoid getting fired. So, but hopefully, you know, we'll get a new offensive coordinator and just start making some moves because we need some big moves this season. We need to get back on top where we belong.
so like we mentioned, huge Giants fan. Who's your favorite player of all time? People are tweeting in.
Oh, Lawrence Taylor for sure. He's just, he's a legend. He's a beast. I mean, he's just Lawrence Taylor for sure. And I'm so jealous because one of my friends recently met him and didn't get me an autograph.
You haven't met any of the players, right? Or you probably meet a lot of them, I would think, right?
Oh, I've met them. I've met some players. I've met Ahmad Bradshaw. I get to go down on the field at the home games at MetLife Stadium, so I've had the opportunity to meet some of them. I've gotten close to Eli. Eli didn't come up and send any autographs or anything like that for the fans, but I got pretty close to him, and he's huge in person. He's a monster. But who else? I've met Spencer Pasinger. Oh gosh, who else? Prince and Mukamara. I got to go to the ESPY Awards, so that was where I got to meet some of them, and I actually got to wear our Super Bowl ring, which was pretty cool.
So now, are all these guys, are they like familiar with your work, or?
I heard a couple of them were like they knew who I was and stuff like that. But I'm also very vocal. Like, I'm all over Twitter and stuff like that, and of course, like supporting them and stuff. And I'll tag the guys. So I think a few of them know who I am. And I went to training camp too, so I got to meet a few of them there and stuff. And yeah, so they definitely know who I am. I got to meet Jerry Reese and.
So you got to meet like all of them. So the perks of being an adult film star.
Exactly. Gotta love it.
So a lot of guys, they want to talk about the adult film stuff. Like we had all the football fans out there, and we got their football questions out there. But I know there's the perverts out there. They want to know all about the porn business. So they all want to know, like, what are the exact measurements?
34F 2536.
F. Now, geez, that's more than a handful there. So
right?
It's like, does that give you problems? Like, are you comfortable with the F size?
Oh, I love it. I have a hard time, like, buying certain clothes, but
I was gonna say, do they make Giants jerseys big enough to squeeze those in?
believe it or not, I actually have to buy kids jerseys, and I squeeze my bits and parts into use a large, and that actually uh, fits all my lady parts and everything in it because the women's jerseys definitely don't fit me.
That's awesome. That's awesome. You just gotta squeeze them in there and just work them in there
Yep,
right.
they're not used to girls like me being built this way.
So I'm doing research, and as I tweeted out, we're doing research, and I said when we do research, it means we watch your videos. Um,
Heck yeah,
so we've seen a lot of videos over the last couple of days. Um,
nice.
what is your favorite types of scenes to do?
And I've only ever shot one of them, which makes me mad. But I like shooting boy girl scenes. I love two guys.
Okay, and you've only done that once?
Yes, and I'm just kind of like, when is somebody gonna like pair me up together? Like I did. Actually, no, I'm sorry. I take that back. I've shot two scenes, two boy girl scenes. But the hottest one was with Mike Adriano and Chris Strokes. That was just like such an uber hot scene, and oh, I just had so much fun with it. And yeah, and it's like you have to pair like the right guys together for something kind of like that. So. But yeah, it was just such a hot scene. It was for oh god, who was it? It was for Bang Bros actually. So it was definitely a fun day at the office.
So that's your favorite types of scenes to do, but I guess like what are you mostly known for? I know you do a lot of like interracial. You've done some
It's
other
probably
stuff.
my ass in interracial.
Now, do you enjoy doing that stuff or?
Oh yes, I love it. I actually recently got to work with Lexington Steel, and oh man, it was just I love Lex. I want like a whole movie just around like myself with Lexington Steel. He was just it was such a hot scene. It was for Lex's Breast Fest that was actually recently nominated at AVN for Best Big Bust Interracial Scene, and it was just super hot. I had so much fun. So I'm trying to put it out there. I'm like, I want a whole movie with myself with Lex. Like Lex loves Richelle. I've already come up with the title and everything. I've already got my co-star and everything. So there needs to be a company that needs to make it happen now.
There you go. Instead of like the I Heart New York shirt, you could just be like Lex Hearts Rochelle. You know.
Exactly.
There you go. It's all about marketing. So like Lexington Steel, like that guy's got like a small child down there.
Oh God, but you know what? Like I was calling him my gentle giant. Like I was thinking he was just gonna like devour and attack me, but he's so gentle and just so like calm and he's just really like laid back and chill. Which I mean, with a fucking cock like that, I mean you can't be going crazy on some girls. But he was totally cool. I really liked him a lot.
Now, is he like the largest that you've been with?
No, probably Jack Napier was. Jack Napier, he's a big boy. He is huge. And I always seem to work with Jack. I'm like, every company pairs me with him. I mean, Jack is like a small child. I think Jack says he's like 13 inches, but with him, it's like his girth. He's just extremely big, like all around.
So how much of that could you take?
Oh God, yikes. With Jack, it's like stages. It's like you can do a little bit and then then you cut, it's like you kind of got to ease into it. But the last time I was out in LA, I shot with him for Bang Bros, and we actually we had a really hot scene together. I took maybe like half of them. I took like maybe a little more than half, but
So guys are always saying like, how do I get into business? How do I get into business? Now we all know that it's so much harder for guys, but girls are also tweeting and they want to know like, how can they get into business? Are you looking to, have some people under your wing, or how what advice would you give them?
I just always tell girls, I mean, because I do a lot of feature dancing, so I meet tons of girls, that always want to get in the business. And, I always tell them, I'm like, as long as you're getting in for the right reasons and stuff, and know that, someday, even if you think, oh, I'm only going to shoot a couple of scenes, nobody's going to find it, like, people will always find your scenes.
So just, make sure you're doing it for the right reasons, and then just follow an agency, or...
Yeah, I always tell the girls, I always give them the name of my agent and, to contact them and stuff, and, and then just kind of like place it in the hands. I never like to refer girls or anything like that, because a lot of the girls I meet are just kind of like flaky, or I'm like, here, call my agent. Let them help you.
Yeah, let them weed out the people that are just in it just for, screwing purposes or just for money. And so, you mentioned that you do feature dancing. So, do you do a lot of that still, or are you just mostly focused on?
Oh, absolutely. I'm actually, I leave tomorrow, as a matter of fact, for a dance booking. So I'm always on the road. I just won the 2013 Adult Movie Entertainer at the Exotic Dancer Awards. It's like the AVN basically for the feature dance world. So, it's pretty much like the highest honor you can receive in the feature dance industry. So it was a huge honor for me because I was up against, some pretty big name girls in the adult industry. And, so I'm just extremely grateful, and I love it. I mean, I came from being a dancer and stuff, and I really take a lot of pride in it. I mean, I mix all my own music, and, I put together my costumes and create shows, and I feel like it shows, like when my fans, meet me and stuff and see my shows, they're like, wow, they're like, you're actually really good. I'm like, yeah, I know.
Yeah, I know.
I'm like, yeah, I know. I'm like, I know what hard work goes into this.
So you're going to be in Oklahoma at Club Sadie's, right?
Yes, I am. I'm actually doing their 20th anniversary party, which I love. I love doing stuff like that. Just they're so much fun doing stuff like that for clubs, just because they always, usually like lots of, people, they always want to come out for like a big event like that. And so, yeah, it's definitely going to be a good time. I'm packing for my flight right now as we speak.
So fans can get like autographs and pictures with you?
Oh, absolutely. I always come bearing lots of presents. I pack lots of DVDs and pictures and magazines, and I have a T-shirt line where I was their first porn star that they signed to the T-shirt line. It's called Attention Whore, and I was their first porn star that they signed to the line. So I have my own T-shirt, Richelle Ryan, and I always take those, and the fans love them. Especially, I think it's like the girls like them more than the guys do.
So guys can get a T-shirt there, and you autograph it and everything?
Oh, absolutely. I'll sign their cock if they want me to. Like,
really?
I will sign whatever. Heck yeah.
I will pay any one of our Twitter followers who can get that done. And it's got to be legit. Like, I don't want, your friend wrote it on you. Like, don't have your husband on there for you.
Hey, I'll vouch for them. If they come out and do it, I'll vouch.
We got to hook them up. We got to hook them up a good prize for doing that.
Right? I want somebody to get a tattoo of me. Like, I think that would just be fucking awesome. Like, I want a guy to get a Richelle Ryan tattoo.
There you go. You could sign their cock, and then, you take it to the parlor and just be like, yo, can you just, go right over top of the autograph?
Fuck yeah.
So that your autograph is permanent.
Exactly. I would love that. I need to find like the super fan and do that.
So there you go, all the people out there on Twitter. And you're big on Twitter and social media like that?
Oh my God, I love all that. I think I have an obsession between Twitter and Instagram and Facebook, and oh Lord, it monopolizes too much of my time.
And you keep it simple. Everything's at Richelle Ryan, right?
Yeah, except for my Facebook. My Facebook was, but recently I just got deleted because, I don't know, I guess people don't like giant fans or porn stars on Twitter, on Facebook. So I recently got deleted, but I started up a new one. It's Richelle Ryan Rocks. That is my personal legit one. There's some other ones out there that are fake, but that one is legit. It's the real deal. It's me. Anybody else, you're probably talking to some creepy guy.
All right, so we got a couple more questions before you get out of here. This one guy tweets in. He wants to know, when are you going to be coming out to Buffalo again?
I will be in Buffalo, New York. I'm actually booked at Club Mademoiselle. I will be there May, I want to say, hold on, let me look. I have it on my calendar, as a matter of fact. I will be at Club Mademoiselle in Buffalo, New York, May 21st until the 24th. So you have 4 nights to come see me, all 4 nights.
We definitely need to get you out.
Bring lots of dollars.
If you ain't got dollars, don't come to the club.
You better be packing a lot if you're coming to the club.
We got to get you out to the Philadelphia area, though. I mean, you're only right up there in New York, so you got to come down here to Philly.
I know. I was in Philly in August. That was the last time I was there. I was at the Gold Club, but I keep telling the owner that next year I want to do the Wing Bowl. I want to be a wingette, and I want to watch those guys like eat a million wings or whatever the hell they do at the Wing Bowl.
Just throws wings all over the place. But you can't wear Giant stuff if you come down here. You do know that, right?
You know something? Actually, you want to know what's funny? The Gold Club that books me, they've booked me before, and they actually booked me one time during football season, and we purposely planned it on a weekend when the Giants played the Eagles, and they booked me. And of course, I was walking around the club wearing I wore a different jersey every night. I wore a Victor Cruz. I think I had Eli's jersey, and then one of my Bradshaw played for the Giants. I was wearing his, and a couple of the Eagles players, they came in, like some of the rookies and stuff like that. They came in on like Wednesday night or Thursday night, something like that, and I forgot who one of the players was. It was because it was a while back. It was like a rookie or something. But he was like, I will pay you $200. He's like, but you need to take that jersey off. I was like, nope. I just did it just to be a little like smart ass. I was like, this jersey ain't coming off.
See, now if he was smart, he would have came prepared. He would have had his jersey with him to give to you.
You know what's funny is usually a lot of the players, they always want to be like incognito, but you know, it's especially in a place like Philly where they really throw down for their team. It's like everybody knows who they are, you know?
Yeah, there's no hiding in Philly. You can't fly under the radar.
Oh yeah, no way.
So what is something still you want to accomplish in the adult business that you haven't yet done?
I want to win an AVN award. That's on my bucket list this year.
In any category, or does it matter what category?
I don't care. Even if it's best, like, fluffer on set, I don't care. I want to win an AVN award. That's on my bucket list. So
best busty Giants fan fluffer in a interracial big butt video.
Oh, well, that's got my name all over it.
We'll just make up your own category. Exactly.
That's got my name all over it.
All right, so let everybody know where they can find you at online, again, on Twitter, Instagram, and all that stuff.
Twitter.com/Richelle Ryan, Instagram under Richelle Ryan, and Facebook under Richelle Ryan Rocks. And also check out my website, RichelleRyanOnline.com.
Very awesome. You can check her out at Club Sadie's in Oklahoma. That's a little hop, skip, and a jump away from Philadelphia. But if you're listening and you're in Oklahoma area, definitely go show her some love February 6th to the 8th. You're also going to be taking bookings in L.A. It says here from the 11th to the 25th. So, guys, want to do photo shoots? Like, what do you got planned for that? Are we going to be doing some kind of like weird?
Hopefully, I'll be banging Lexington Steel that whole weekend.
See, I was hoping you'd be banging me the whole weekend, but
hey,
second to Lexington Steel, it's not too bad. You know what I mean?
There we go.
Well, we thank you for calling in, and definitely when you come back to Philly area, we got to get you out here again before Wing Bowl. Definitely before Wing Bowl.
Oh gosh, I know, right?
And best of luck with, like I said, the Attention Whores clothing. We got to try to get some of those. We'll do this crazy contest on the site, or maybe we'll just auction one off for charity or something. We'll do something real big, and we'll let you pick the charity.
Absolutely, yeah.
All right. Well, we thank you again for calling in, and keep making those great movies. You're giving us a lot of pleasure here watching them.
Thank you. Thanks for having me on.
Not a problem. We'll be talking to you real soon.
Alrighty.
All right.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Hey, what's up, guys? I'm adult film star Richelle Ryan, and I'm a huge New York Giants fan. And you're listening to me on MMB Radio.